It depends what you obviously. If you're talking about the model itself, yeah, I would say so. The model is right, mathematics. Physics involved.
Oh no, you have to start off with a number. How many molecules decay and how many atoms decay in 3 days, and then it's extrapolated.
You test the decay rate to experimentally verify what it is.
How would you know what uranium-235 decay rate would be without testing it?
It might be possible to do that rate from physics. I don't know. I'll look that up for you. But even if it weren't, they wouldn't do it over 3 to 4 days. That would be done because you probably wouldn't get a very reliable estimate that way.
Even if you did it for 3 or 4 years, you still
3 or 4 years you probably wouldn't get a pretty good estimate.
But still, compared to 4.5 billion, you're talking zero. You're the mathematician.
No, hold on. Your accuracy would probably be well within that range.
If you tested for 3 years?
Yeah.
Okay, well, Willard Libby, University of Chicago, invented the carbon dating. Got a Nobel Prize from it. But as I cover on my seminar part 7, it's based on some real obvious assumptions. Like decay rate remaining constant is the first obvious one. There's bendo contamination is the second obvious one.
Yep. That
the atmospheric carbon concentration has reached equilibrium, which is now known it has not yet reached equilibrium. Carbon dating is actually, albeit slightly complex, excellent evidence of a young Earth. It's less than 30,000 years old.
Well, I guess that would depend on what you mean by equilibrium.
Well, where the decay rate and the production rate and decay rate is the same.
Yeah, but that's never going to happen.
Why wouldn't it happen?
That is only theoretically possible. You will never see that actually happen in reality.
Well, did you see my video 7 where I give the analogy of filling a barrel with water?
Yeah, I did. I just watched that.
Yeah, you fill a barrel with water, but the barrel has holes in it.
Yeah.
At some point, you reach a stage called equilibrium.
Yeah, but in reality, even that wouldn't happen because you look down on the level of the fluctuation, rise, water level, it won't be flat.
It'll fluctuate within a very narrow range, depending on
exactly. I suspect that's exactly what happens in carbon-14 in the atmosphere.
Okay, well, why is it still increasing about 37%?
Oh, come on. There's no way.
I'll read you the article here.
Okay, is this a non-creationist article?
What difference would that make?
Oh, I want to hear a real scientist give me this information.
Let's listen to the prejudice.
Just real quick.
Real scientist.
No, I do have prejudice, and I'll tell you why.
Well, just real quick right now, you have to admit that there are real scientists who are creationists, right?
Tell me one.
Dr. Damien Damadian, the inventor of the MRI, youngest creationist. Is he a real scientist?
Okay.
You would have to at least be fair and say he's a real scientist who has spooky ideas.
Here's something. Let me clarify. I want to hear this from a scientist, whether they are
for that example right there,
or not.
Dr. Damien Damadian, or Raymond Damadian, I'm sorry, who invented the MRI.
Yeah, hold on. I want to hear from somebody whose beliefs are not in line in the research that they're conducting.
Okay, are you retracting your statement and saying that they're not real scientists, that they're creationists?
I don't think I said that exactly.
You said I want to hear from a real scientist.
Yeah.
Not a creationist, because I want to hear from a real scientist. That's logically good that you don't think creationists are real scientists.
Yeah, that's a lot of prejudice in that statement, Jared.
Maybe I shouldn't say that strongly, but whenever it comes down to an issue that if they were wrong, then it would upset their entire worldview, I'm not going to take what they say without a grain of salt.
Okay, but you're admitting that they are real scientists.
They can be.
Okay,
thank you. Jared, are you willing to admit that the evolutionists also have a worldview that's affected by this?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, good. And so they may be slanting their research to fit their worldview.
Yeah, they might be, but they have to publish things through channels that fit that sort of thing out.
And you don't think it's possible that the channels themselves have a prejudice?
See, that's where I don't think it's right, because that requires a conspiracy on such a level. There's no way that it would be as
Well, it happened in the Soviet Union. They got a bigger population than we do.
Yeah, that's because they had a top-down actual conspiracy amongst the government workers to do that. They were ordered to do it through a chain of command. There is no such chain of command.
Oh, there's a real money power out there that provides quite a chain of command. We want the government grants to, we want this research to match what we are doing here.
What happens if tomorrow Scientific American publishes an article by a geochemist saying he feels the evidence geochemistry points to a young Earth, what would happen to that article or that magazine that published it? What type of feedback would they get?
It depends on what its evidence was.
No, regardless of its evidence. I mean, the vast majority of those
you
people...
can't say regardless of its evidence.
No,
it's
not,
the
because
issue.
You have to interpret the information, and the vast majority of those people already have this preconceived idea that if anybody says the Earth is 2,000 years old, even if the PhD geochemist well recognized the guy's got some problem without even looking at what he's done.
Yeah, his grant's going to be, called back in, and he won't publish again.
Yeah, because this is such a well-established idea.
So you're saying there is a tube there.
Article to overturn.
So you are admitting there's a prejudice.
There's a prejudice in the sense there's always a prejudice in science against paradigm shift, as like Thomas said.
So there is a prejudice.
And have there been throughout the history of science paradigm shifts that were necessary, but very difficult to bring about because of the great prejudice? Like
there's the Big Bang Theory. They didn't want to accept that.
Yeah,
they said that it was religious.
Yeah, this is exactly Thomas' book, Structure of Scientific Revolution. You read that?
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
That's where the term paradigm shift comes from. And that's he's saying in the book is that, there is a lot of resistance in science by this terms of research. And typically it has to happen through this young science. But that's not the sort of thing that we've seen. Well, in a sense it is, with evolutionary biology. That's why there's resistance there, because it's so well established. You have to have really solid evidence or arguments to overturn it. And there is something like that coming from creation.
Why do they
That's
so much...
why I use the term still science.
Why do... I really don't see how you really think that. Why does Scientific American publish multiple issues, front paging creation and the controversy? Why does New Scientist, why does Discovery Magazine pay so much attention to creation scientists and their research if it's really just some frivolous, retarded idea?
Okay, what are the three things here? New Scientist?
There's New Scientist, Discovery Magazine.
New Scientists, I know for a fact, because I've read quite a few of their issues. They love to sensationalize things to get a rise out of people.
That's
so
fine. Okay,
I don't
Scientific
take what
American,
they say
Discover Magazine, Scientific American, Discover Magazine,
Nature Magazine, National Geographic.
Skeptics kind of the armpit, if I can say that of all. So I think they're just ridiculous. They got some good stuff, though.
Scientific American, what about them?
Scientific American, Discover Magazine, they've all front page creation information, creation controversy stuff.
Like what?
Like what? Okay, I'll bring in 3 magazines tomorrow, Scientific American or Discovery, and they'll all be front page creation information.
Sure, I'd love to hear about it.
Okay.
But
if that's the case, why would they be paying so much attention and giving so much... Scientific American just recently said a whole, I think it was on the 3rd page article about creation. It was on the 3rd page saying, we're going to quit teaching science, we're going to start teaching creation. I mean, you responded to that on the website.
They mocked it. Why would National Geographic, a few months ago, was Darwin wrong, front page?
If it's not some controversy, and it is scientific. I mean, it's all down to interpretation.
Are you referring to these April Fool's jokes?
No, National Geographic.
Hang on, I'll get it right now. What's the Scientific American, they did do the April Fool's joke, yes.
Yeah.
But why did they choose creation? If it's just
because
small
that's the point.
April
Fool's joke is ludicrous.
But they used creation. Why not use, the Raelian idea?
They could have if they wanted to, but
exactly,
the creation
but why
evolution
did they
thing
use...
is such a popular
exactly,
thing
that's
in the
my
public's
point.
imagination.
It's big. It's not some dumb little idea. It's huge. I mean, there are tons and tons of scientists out there who
No.
You've got,
it's huge
I just got a book today.
Imagination.
I just started reading a book today. It's called Why is a Fly Not a Horse? Written by an Italian biologist, the guy actually who discovered recombinant in penicillin. Of course, you have to admit this guy is a scientist. And he's sitting here writing a book about evolution saying it's dead. So, I mean, this guy, he's the one who discovered recombinant in penicillin. He's not some retarded scientist guy. He's actually a very serious, well-recognized scientist who's saying it's ridiculous. It doesn't work.
Now, which website has these where everybody, the scientists can sign up to say they don't believe in Darwinism?
There's
Intelligent Design is
it's discover.org. Discovery.org.
Discovery.org.
And I also got that Project Steve thing out. So both lists are growing pretty rapidly.
Yeah, there's 400 scientists that signed up saying, I don't believe in evolution. Okay, I'm holding in my hand here National Geographic, November of 2004, where the title of the book, very front, was Darwin Wrong? And you open up to the article and it says, great big, huge 3-inch letters, 2-inch letters, no. The evidence for evolution is overwhelming.
Yeah.
Well, but if you go through and look at what they show as evidence,
the same old
The same stuff that's been proven wrong over and over and over, or variations within the same kind. Like they show, for instance, a picture of about 12 different...
proven wrong in November 04?
Well, let me read them to you here.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, I know.com.